Hi, my name is Dave Pritchett. I am a Lafayette fireman in the state of Indiana, soon possibly to be retired due to seizures. And I've also spent nearly a little over 6 years in the United States Coast Guard prior to my service of 13 years with the Lafayette Fire Department. I've also, in my term with the Lafayette Fire Department, also, since all firemen have a second job, had a pool and spa company for many years, and during that time have learned quite a lot about plumbing and the ability to take pressurized plumbing and restrict it. My background is a little bit in the engineering field, more so in the common sense field. I do believe somehow that it seems to be that with the reaction that we have seen in the Gulf of Mexico and BP and the federal government, that everything has been done in haste. We're trying to come up with a quick fix. When money is on the line, quick fixes sometimes are not really evaluated so well that we're able to come up with a great solution. I've worked over the last couple days in trying to come up with something that might be able to secure this 21-inch pipe that seems to be cracked. The first thing is having the ability of the ROV, which is the remote operating vehicle that we have underneath there, that's given us some nice video depiction of what's going on down there. And being in the homeland of Purdue University, we've had a gentleman say, I believe, 70,000 barrels a day. I know the depictions have been 1 to 5,000 gallons. No matter what it is, my hopes are to move back to the Gulf of Mexico, where my heart is. And I don't want to see the Gulf of Mexico be destroyed by an unfortunate circumstance of our dependency on these fossil fuels. So what I've done over the last couple days is really kind of looked at different ways to be able to secure this thing and still be able to retrieve the oil that's in there. The first thing that I'm going to show you right here is basically the 21-inch pipe. Now, I've used a 2-inch diameter pipe, and I've had to put a couple bushings on here, so please don't really look at this general area right here too closely. But what needs to be done is, if you look at these latches right here that I have on the top side and bottom side, just two. Now on a 21-inch, just with my engineering background, it's probably going to take quite a few more than this. But if anyone's familiar with a two-sided collar system, this is a collar system. As you see, I have it split on this one side. What this would be done is, after we are able to cut this 21-inch pipe with a clean break, because right now it's kind of a rough break, if we're able to cut that clean, even possibly not cutting it clean, get this collar to an area on the pipe that is back a little bit. And this is basically a compression type fitting that will actually be able to use a binding screw on this side and on that side to be able to circumnavigate, if you'll allow, around that pipe to be able to give us something to latch to. That would move these latches. Right now I had to put them here because of what I had to deal with, to put them back onto this collar that we'll install in this 21-inch pipe. Again, don't look at the step staging of this. This is a 21-inch pipe all the way from here to here. This collar would be down in this local area right here. What I've looked at is different ways. We've used these in the commercial pool industry to actually, and as you see, this is a cylindrical cone threaded at a very rough thread that actually fits inside of a rubber boot that has a rough thread on it also. With that rough thread, what happens as we continue to screw this in there, it begins to swell. As it swells, this isn't obvious, it begins to secure that plumbing. We can run a lot of these things to about 20 pounds PSI. I'm not sure exactly, with, again, my limited engineering background, how much PSI we have coming out of that with the 5,000 foot depth that we have, what's the balance between those pressures or whatnot. But I do believe that as a 21-inch, we have more of a volume issue than we do have a pressure. We know we're defeating enough pressure of 5,000 feet, but I think that something like this in a longer dynamic area will work. What we've designed is taking this idea itself and being able to put this into an area, and again, this is rough, but what we've designed is a system that'll allow us to make this part, as you see it right here in front of you, this pipe right here should be machined to the same degree that we're looking at here. This is a proven degree of angle with this rubber bushing, and what we're doing is we're allowing for a hole in our